Hello everyone. Today I have an amazing story for you. It's not just for your listening practice, but also to inspire you. My name is Joy, and this is my story. It will show you that hard work and determination can change lives. My life is simple, but my dreams are big. I want to own a chain of restaurants and become a successful entrepreneur. But life is not easy for me. My family struggles financially. My father, Mark, is a mechanic. He works hard every day, but the money is never enough. My mother, Claire, cleans houses to help us survive. My younger sister, Sophie, is just 10 years old. She looks up to me as her hero. I feel proud, but also scared. How can I be her hero when we barely have enough to eat? One cold evening, I sit outside our small house, staring at the stars. The night is quiet, but my mind is loud. I whisper to myself, I want to give my family a better life. But how do I start? We barely have enough to survive. The next day, I share my dreams with my father. He sighs and looks at me with tired eyes. Joy, he says, dreams are not free. If you want something, you have to fight for it. Start with what you have, even if it's small. His words stay with me. I think deeply about them. Then an idea strikes me like lightning. In our town, people love fresh bread, but they have to travel far to buy it from a bakery. I decide to sell fresh bread locally. But there's a big problem. I have no money to buy the bread. I decide to take a chance. I approach the bakery's owner, Mr. Anderson. He is a grumpy old man who rarely trusts anyone. I walk miles to meet him. My heart beats fast and my hands shake, but I speak with confidence. Mr. Anderson, I say, I want to sell your bread in my town, but I don't have money to buy it up front. Can you trust me for 1 week? I will sell the bread, return your money, and keep a small profit. Mr. Anderson raises an eyebrow. Why should I trust you, young man? He asks, his voice rough. I reply firmly, because I am determined, and I will work hard to prove myself. After a long pause, he nods. All right, he says, I'll give you bread for 1 week, but if you fail to pay me back, don't bother coming here again. I am thrilled. My heart jumps with joy. Early the next morning, I carry the bread back to my town. I set up a small stand near the park. The sun is just rising, and the air is fresh. I greet every passerby with energy and a smile. Fresh bread, I call out, warm and delicious. At first, people are hesitant. They don't know if the bread is good, but I offer free samples, and soon I have my first customer. By the end of the day, I have sold all the bread and made a small profit. That evening, I return to Mr. Anderson and pay him back. The old man nods and says, You kept your word. Come back tomorrow. From then on, I work tirelessly. I wake up at 4 a.m., walk to the bakery, carry the bread to my town, and sell it with passion. After 2 months, I save enough money to buy a small cart. It makes it easier to transport more bread. I feel proud, but I also know I can do more. One day, a customer suggests, Joy, why don't you bake your own bread? You're good at selling, but if you bake, you'll make more profit. The idea excites me, but it also scares me. I have never baked anything in my life. This is the moment when I realize something important. Nothing is free, not success, not knowledge, not growth. If I want to succeed, I must take risks and learn. I can't stop thinking about baking my own bread. If I can bake, I won't have to rely on Mr. Anderson, and my profit will grow. But there is one big problem. I don't know how to bake. The next morning, after delivering my payment, I say to Mr. Anderson, Can you teach me how to bake? He frowns. Why should I teach you? If you bake, you won't buy from me anymore. That's bad for my business. I look at him and say, "You're right, but I won't forget the man who gave me my first chance. If I succeed, I'll make sure to help your bakery too." Mr. Anderson thinks for a moment, then says, "Fine, but baking isn't easy. It takes time, patience, and hard work. If you're ready for that, I'll teach you." The lessons begin early the next morning. I arrive at the bakery at 3 a.m., before the sun is up. Mr. Anderson shows me how to mix flour, knead the dough, and bake it perfectly. At first, I struggle. My hands hurt from kneading, and my bread comes out too hard or too soft. One day, after ruining another batch, I sit down, feeling defeated. I say to myself, maybe I'm not good enough for this. Maybe I should give up. But then I remember my father's words. Dreams are not free. I realize that every mistake is teaching me something new. Giving up is not an option. The next day, I go back to the bakery with even more determination. I practice every single step carefully. Slowly, my bread starts improving. After 2 weeks, Mr. Anderson hands me a loaf and says, "This is perfect, Joy. You're ready." I am overjoyed. My heart feels light, and I smile so wide it hurts. I rent a small oven and begin baking bread at home. My family is amazed by my hard work. Sophie, my little sister, helps me pack the bread. My mother makes tea for me while I work late into the night. Soon, I'm not just selling bread. I start making cookies and pastries too. People in the town love my products. They say, "Joy's bread tastes better than anything we've ever had." But success is not easy. One day, a new bakery opens in the town, run by a young man named Eric. He has a big, fancy shop with colorful signs and decorations. People are curious and start buying from him instead. I notice my sales dropping. I feel scared. What if I lose everything I worked so hard for? But instead of panicking, I decide to improve. I listen to my customers and ask, "What do you like about Eric's bakery? What can I do better?" Some say, "His shop looks clean and pretty." Others say, "His cakes have beautiful designs." I realize I need to grow, not just as a baker, but as a businessman. Using my savings, I paint my cart, add bright decorations, and start offering free samples of my new pastries. I even learned how to decorate cakes by watching videos in the library. Slowly, customers return to me. One evening, an elderly woman comes to me and says, "I've seen many young men give up when times get hard, but you didn't. That's why we trust you." Her words fill me with pride. I feel strong, like I can do anything. Months pass, and my business grows. I save enough money to rent a small shop. It's not as big as Eric's, but it's warm and welcoming. I name it Joy's Fresh Bakes. Every morning, I wake up before sunrise, bake fresh bread, and open my shop with a smile. My parents and sister help me. Sophie, now 11, loves talking to customers. My mother manages the accounts. But I know this isn't the end of my journey. I want to reach more people, make my family proud, and prove to myself that anything is possible. One stormy night, as I'm closing my shop, I notice smoke coming from the bakery. My heart races. I rush inside and see that a small fire has started near the oven. I quickly grab water and manage to stop the flames, but much of my equipment is damaged. The next morning, when the townspeople hear about the fire, some say, "Oh no, what will Joy do now?" Others whisper, "Maybe this is the end for him." I feel heartbroken, but not defeated. I stand outside my bakery and say, "This is just a challenge. I've faced struggles before, and I will face this too. I won't give up." I take a deep breath and begin making a plan. I calculate how much money I have saved, but it's not enough to replace all the equipment. For a moment, fear creeps in, but I remember my journey, how I started with nothing but a dream and hard work. Instead of sitting and worrying, I ask for help. I approach Mr. Anderson, who is retired, and say, "Sir, I need advice. What would you do if you were me?" He smiles and says, "Joy, you already know the answer. You've taught yourself that nothing is free. Work harder, believe in yourself, and people will believe in you too." Inspired, I decide to rebuild. I don't wait for someone to rescue me. I start baking at home again with the little equipment I have left. I tell my customers, "I won't let you down. I'll keep serving you, even if it's just a small amount for now." The townspeople admire my courage. Many of them start helping me. Some donate ingredients, others give small amounts of money. A few offer their time to help me clean and repair the bakery. I realize something important. When you work hard and never give up, people notice. They want to help someone who helps themselves. After months of hard work, I reopen my bakery. It is better than ever. I paint the walls, add new decorations, and even introduce new items like cupcakes and muffins. My customers are overjoyed. On the day of the grand reopening, the town's mayor comes and says, "Joy, you are a true inspiration. You've shown us all that with determination, anything is possible." I stand in front of the crowd and say, "I want to thank each one of you. You've taught me that nothing in life is free, not success, not respect, not love. Everything must be earned with hard work, patience, and persistence. Never let failure stop you. Every challenge is just a step to something greater." From that day, Joy's Fresh Bakes doesn't just sell bread. It becomes a symbol of hope. People from other towns start visiting to meet the young man who never gave up. My story teaches me, and now you, that dreams are not free. They require hard work and sacrifice. Failure is not the end. It's a chance to learn and grow stronger. Help yourself first, and when people see your effort, they will support you. Never give up. The darkest moments are often just before success. I didn't just build a bakery. I built a life full of purpose, respect, and pride. And so can you. Whatever your dream is, don't stop chasing it. Remember, nothing is free, but everything is possible.